Hello everyone. So we are going to do the question number 9 of October 2023. So in this question, the figure shows the plan view of the area being used for the ball throwing competition, and the competitor must stand within the circle C and throw a ball as far as possible into the targeted area, which is PQRS, and which is shown in the shaded figure 3. So given that the circle with center O, so let's take this circle with center is O, and then the point PS or on C. Okay, so if this is the circle C, and let's take this is the point P, and let's take this is the point S. Okay, so that is what given in the question also, right? Now, so OPQRSO is a sector. So we can see OPQRSO is a sector. Yep. And then the length of PS. Okay, so they have given this arc length, which is 0.72 meter, right? And then also they have said the angle POS for the smaller sector, there's a smaller sector which is forming, right? So this smaller sector which will have an angle of 0.6 radians. So we have to show that OP. Okay, so this is our OP, which is the radius of the smaller sector. So we need to find whenever there is an arc length is given, and then if this is the sector, right? This is the sector, and this is our arc length, which is 0.72, and then they have given the angle, which is 0.6 radians, and we need to calculate the radius of that particular sector. So then can we use the formula, which is we know that what is arc length? Arc length is given by arc length is equal to radius multiplied with theta, r theta, right? Arc length, let us take it as S or L. L is equal to r theta. So then we can say that r is equal to L over theta, right? And then we can get to know that L is going to be 0.72, and then our theta is 0.6. So when you divide 0.72 divided by 0.6, which is going to be 1.2 meter. So this will be our answer for part A. I hope it is very clear. So now can we do part B? Okay, so part B, so what does the question say? So here the question says, given also that the targeted area PQRS, which is having the area of this is going to be 90 meter square. Okay, so the area of the shaded region is 90 meter square, and then the PQ, which is given as X, and then we have to show that 5x square plus 12x minus 1500 is equivalent to 0. Okay, so now, so to prove this, okay, so first we have to analyze this question in a better way, right? So I can analyze this question in a simple and easy way also. If you take out this diagram, right? So we can see there are bigger sector as well as smaller sector. So we can see if you take out, this is our smaller sector of the diagram, okay, of the circle. And then if you take out the bigger sector, so this is how the bigger sector which would look like, right? So there are two sectors, one is smaller sector and there is a bigger sector. So we have to show that 5x square plus 12x minus 1500 is equal to 0. So you might have a doubt, like, how will I get into this equation? What is the clue? So the clue is given to be here. It is what the area of the smaller sector, which is the area of the shaded region, is 90 meter square, which means we have to subtract this area of the bigger sector minus the area of the smaller sector to obtain these equations. All right, so let's do that, okay, in a simple way. So first let us write down the formula. Okay, so quickly, so what is this? The area of, this is area of bigger sector should be subtracted with the area of smaller sector. All right, to obtain the to obtain the particular answer. Now let's do, we don't have enough space here, so I can do this over here. So I hope it is very clear, right? So I can erase this drawing right now so that I'll get enough space. So now what was our equation? So equation is, it is area of bigger sector, right? Minus, so area of that shaded region, right? So area of shaded region. Okay, so area of shaded region, which is PQRS. If you want to show me the diagram, yes, I can quickly show you the area of the shaded region. Yes, you can see this is the area of the shaded region, which is PQRS. So to find the area of the shaded region, we have to subtract the area of the bigger sector minus the area of smaller sector. Okay, so now we have to use the form equation, which is area of bigger sector, which is, what is the area of the bigger sector? The area of bigger sector, which is OPQRS. Okay, and then area of okay, sector OPQRS, and then subtracted with area of the sector, which is the smaller sector. We can subtract that. What is our smaller sector, which is going to be OPS, right? From the triangle, from the given diagram, there are two sectors, bigger sector and smaller sector. So we have to, okay, so we know what is our area of a sector equation, half r square theta, right? So half r square theta, right? And then if I'll take this as r1, and then this I'm going to take it as half r2 square theta. Okay, so area of bigger sector and area of smaller sector. Okay, now which is equivalent to how much? 90 meter square is our areas or area of the shaded region, which is given in the question, right? 90 meters square. Now 90 is equivalent to, let me write it down. So half, what is the radius of the bigger sector? If you take out the radius of the bigger sector, right? If you take out the radius of the bigger sector, this would be the radius of the bigger sector. This already we know from the question, which is 1.2, and this would be our x. So therefore our radius of the bigger sector would be 1.2 plus x. So that we can write it down here. So that would be, radius would be 1.2 plus x whole square. And then what is our theta? So theta will be our angle, which is going to be 0.6. Okay, so already we know it from that. Here the angle is how much? 0.6, which is given in the question, right? In the first part. Okay, you can notice here. Yes. Now, okay, minus half. What is r? Only r2 is the area of the smaller sector, which is 1.2 squared multiplied with 0.6. So now if you use the calculator, okay, this I can write it down. This, if I multiply, this would be 0.3 if I cancel this, and then this I can write it. Okay, if I solve this bracket, right? So 1.44 plus x squared plus 2.4x. So if you expand this bracket twice, you'll get this. Okay, I hope it is very clear. Simple maths, a plus b whole square. If you can apply a square plus b square plus a plus b whole square is a square plus b square plus 2ab, right? So you can apply over here, and then we can multiply with 0.3 minus half of 1.2 square, which will be again 1.44. So I can divide this, and then we can get 0.3. So I can, so that I can erase this division part. Okay, so this would be minus 1.44 multiplied with 0.3. Now, okay, 90 is equivalent to 1.44. Okay, whenever you multiply 1.44 with 0.3, okay, so if you use the calculator that already I have used, I'll get that will be 0.432 plus 0.3 x squared, and then plus, okay, 2.4 multiplied with 2.4 multiplied with 0.3, that would be 0.72x minus, so same again, 1.44 multiplied with 0.3, that would be 0.432. So that I can cancel these two, 0.42, this would be cancelled out, and then I would be left with given, which is 90 right here. That would be, I would be left out with, oh my god, what happened? Yes, so I would be left out with 90 equivalent to here 0.3 x squared plus 0.72 x, which is equal to 90. And then if I will write this equation over here, that would be 0.3 x squared plus 0.72 x minus 90 equivalent to 0. If I take this 90 to here, and then this would become our quadratic equation. Now everything I'll divide it with 0.3 so that I can make it up the equation little bit easier, so that the coefficient of x square is 1, and then I can multiply with 5 so that I can get whatever the required equation. So now if I divide with 0.3, our equation would be x square plus 0.72 divided by 0.3, that would give you 2.4x, and then 90 divided by 0.3, that would give you minus 300, which is equivalent to 0. So now multiply the equation throughout the equation with 5 so that will get the required answer. So here we can multiply with 5, and then here also we can multiply with 5. So that would give you 5x squared plus 5 times 2.4 would be 12 x, okay, that would be 12x minus, okay, 5 times 3 is 1500, is equivalent to 0. So that is our required answer for part B. So I hope it is very clear. So you have to the clue is here, it is given that it is 90 meters square. Okay, so I hope it is very clear. So now let's move on to the part C of this question. So I hope part B is very clear. If you wanted to take a screenshot and work out on your calculator, you can use. Okay, let's move on to the next part of this question, part C. Okay, so what does the part C says? Let us look at part C. Okay, so part C would be, okay, so here the part B says that hence calculate the total perimeter of the targeted area, that is PQRS. Okay, so we have to calculate it, the total perimeter of this PQRS. Okay, so we have to only calculate the perimeter of PQRS. Okay, so if I will write it down, this is what the perimeter I need to calculate, right? So already I know this would be our x value, and then this would be our x, and then if this would be our L, and this would be this is already given, this is 0.72 from the question. Okay, so from the first part, if you look at it, this is given 0.72 from the given diagram. So this is what our P, Q, R, S boundaries, right? So now we need to say that perimeter, okay, perimeter of P, Q, R, S is equivalent to PQ, right? PQ plus the boundaries. We have to add all the boundaries. PQ plus QR plus RS plus PS, right? So now I can write down that what is our PQ, which is X, and then what is our QR? QR is our L. So we need to calculate that by using, okay, we can calculate L. If we extend this angle will be our theta, right? And then we need to total distance also we need to know. Okay, so we can find out that by using L is equal to R theta. Okay, so that I'll come back to that. Okay, so anyway, L is unknown still, and then RS is also taken as X, and then we have to take that PS. Okay, so PS is yeah, 0.72. Only one known value we know it, and then to find the value of X, we have the given equation, which is 5x squared plus 5x squared plus what is our given equation? 5x squared plus 12x minus 1500. So 12x minus 1500. So you can use the quadratic equation on your calculator if you type it down. So you'll get the value of x, which is going to be our value of x is, we get two values. One is 16.16, and then we get a negative value, and which we are not going to consider, which is minus 18.650, which I have already calculated. So negative value don't consider, only consider the positive value. So let's using this equation, we have to find the value of x. That is, the using the calculator is in your hands. Okay, so I want you to use the calculator. Okay, so in the next video, maybe I can show the calculator picture also, right? Okay, so using using the above equation, we can calculate the value of x, which is using the calculator. So 16.16 plus what is our L value. So now we can find out the L value by using the given sector, right? So now our L value, we can focus on only the green color here, right? So our R value, okay, so our R value will be 1.2 and then plus x, right? So L value is equivalent to 1.2 plus x, and then what is our theta? So theta is going to be 0.6 radians. So that is going to be 0.6. Now 1.2 plus what is our x value? We got it 16.16 multiplied with 0.6. So therefore we get our L value in final, we get our L value is 10.146. Okay, so 10.416. So that is our L value, which is 10.416 plus 16.16 plus 0.72. So these are the values. If you add all of these, we are going to get 43.456, and then we can round it off to the nearest meters, which is 43 meters. If it is less than, if it is 43.4, if it is more than 6, then I would have been rounded off to 44, but this is less than less than 5, so I will round it off to 43 meters, which is the nearest meter. Okay, nearest meters. I hope this is very clear. Understood? Okay, so thank you. I hope you have understood this question.